Hi everyone, I'm just showing you a video today. This is Copycat Crafter on how I organize my cuts and clips that I take from magazines and books. If you haven't seen my new video on finding inspiration in unlikely places, you might want to take a look at that. It shows where I've gotten some of my books and things like that from thrift stores. But this is the bigger pages that I've cut out and couldn't really make small things out of, and I'll probably use those for envelopes or punches, things like that. And then this next pile is once I cut them out, I just organize them into different piles. So that bin that I had that you saw at the first, I just pile them all in there while I'm cutting at night. And then at some point I come and divide them up into different sections. This one is like anything to do with people. So some of these are fussy cut out, and some of them are just different little scenes or pictures with people in them. I'm going to use some of these for my daughter-in-law's birthday card. She really likes the Jane Eyre literature and that period, so I thought I'd try to make her a birthday card out of some of these that you're looking at now. That's from a fairy tale book or nursery rhyme book. Some of these are, and then there were history books that I had that I cut small little pieces out. Just kind of going through these quickly to show you an idea of what, maybe some ideas you could get with books of your own that you could use. These are tiny little pictures from some history book that I had that I thought I could use. If nothing else, I can use some of these with putting them on a box or something to decoupage. That would be very cool because these pictures are so detailed. That's an old presidential flyer that I saw in a book. And another scene. Some of these that I'm tossing aside I thought were probably too big, and so I put them in what I call the big pile, which would be to make maybe tiny envelopes or regular size envelopes to send snail mail in. More history. This dude is really cute. I'm going to try to figure out how to maybe fold him some way, or anyway, I just thought he was really cool. More little scenes. And you can use black and whites or whatever. Some of these black and whites I'm going to use that for my daughter-in-law too on a card. But you could use on these black and whites, you could use colored pencils or any other kind of markers or whatever to color in. Kind of make it your own for a junk journal. So that's the end of the people pile. So I'll put that in a Ziploc baggie and store it and label it people. And that all comes from books and cards. Then this pile, it looks like this is anything to do with words. So I cut out, put those in a pile. Some of them are colored, some of them are black and white. And you could even divide that one, cut it in different pieces. I just thought these were really nice pictures to save. That's from an old history book, I think. Like one of those Britannica encyclopedia things that I cut out. You could fussy cut him out and just use the words on the top if you wanted to. I love clocks, so anytime I see a clock, I'm going to cut that out. Maps too. Love those. You could, I'm just telling you there that you could use colored pencils or any other kind of media that you wanted to use, or even for decoupage. Be can't find something you want to do with it. That's words that were in Japanese or Chinese. Looks like more mats. You could finish coloring this one or just leave it like it is as a background on a junk journal. Just trying to give you some ideas of when you're looking through old books and magazines, what you can use instead of just tossing them. The ones I'm putting aside again are for the things that I thought would be too big, so I'll use them for envelopes or cutting out envelopes or punches. The possibilities are endless with this stuff, really. You just, once you start looking at books and stuff with an eye for what could I use this for, it's like, you know, you start saving. Those are little cards, a little thicker, and it's like a little fake check. So I thought I could use those in something I might do. And these kind of things look like they're from maybe some kind of Pennsylvania Dutch art. That was me saying that I could, you could take acrylic paint, water it down, and then just maybe sprinkle that on top of some of these pages and stuff. And these are to do with nature, like flowers or anything like that. And some of these are pretty detailed in their cutouts, but I just enjoy doing it while I'm watching TV. Very mindless. You can get as detailed as you want. Some of these were from old, like greeting cards. I thought the flowers were really pretty. You can distress the stuff. And these are mainly just different kinds of scenes. These are all from a book that I show you in that video that I made before. If you subscribe to my channel, it'll be there. But I found a Peter Rabbit book, and it was pages and pages of these beautiful pictures. And some of these are double-sided, so you could use either side to put wherever you want. Color those in. There's the double-sided. A lot of these were from that same book. And then this was from one of those history little, what do you call those things? It's not an encyclopedia, but, you know, I guess parents bought like sets or whatever, so their kids could use them for schools and reports and things like that. Back in the old day before the internet. Thought that was a very nice little cutout. I said I needed to cut that little part out around the handle on the candle. Beautiful pictures. You know, and this keeps you from, it's a kind of recycling project too. So you're not just keeping books. You can throw the books away after you've cut out stuff, or you can save the outer part of the book, the spine and the front and the back, and you can actually, you know, there's YouTube videos that show you how to make junk journals out of those. So, and there's just a whole bunch of different things you could use and recycle. Colors in that were so pretty. This is bringing to mind some things maybe you have on your shelf already, or when you go to thrift stores and you're looking around, you might look through books and see if there's some really nice pictures. I actually fussy cut those trains out. I thought those would be nice for a guy. I don't have many boys in my family with 7 granddaughters, but these kind of seem out of place, but they were in books. And so that'll go in a bag and labeled as maybe scenes. And then these are all birds and roosters that I found. Owls. That's a really big one. And I fussy cut around the branches. And then there's some of these that are, again, from that Pennsylvania Dutch art, the black and whites that you could color or distress, put some colored sprinkles on media. Love those little birds. They're so delicate. Could really color those in and make them really pretty. And then this had to do with anything to do with hearts or love. The Cupid there. And most of these are black and whites with the Pennsylvania Dutch art. And then this was Christmas. Anything to do with Christmas or winter that you could use in scenes. Oh, those look like the Grinch. And some of them, they're just ever so tiny little scenes and things like that that you could maybe use for decoupage, I guess. That little square that I had to cut out, something was overlapping it. You can always put something over that to hide it if you're doing a something, or send it to somebody as some ephemera that they would be able to cut it down or use it somehow. I just thought these were beautiful. That one said Happy New Year. And that was from some cards that I had. Just cut the Christmas trees out. I could use those on tags when I make tags. And that's it, guys. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you next time.